All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are headed to round 8 of our Reddit League Championship on the Xbox division here. We are headed off to Germany. Coming off of a second podium of the season for me and moved ourselves up to P9, I believe it is, in the championship. We do have Marco Denelson returning to the grid, former race winner earlier on, missed the last 2 races. Boomtech, who was an early quick driver, is still out currently. Technical issues, I believe, is what's going on. I'm not 100% on that. But so he will be out of the grid. I think the starting grid today is 15 drivers. So we're going to go ahead, grab the balanced tire allocation here. We're going to try and do something interesting strategy-wise, I think. Well, it depends. Germany has a good chance of rain. It always does. Actually, in our practice race, the qualifying session just randomly showed up rain on the dynamic weather. So we'll have to take a look absolutely at that and not forget to put our setup on before we head out for qualifying for the first time. But let's see what we can do. It's not my best track, but we'll see where we can put it on the grid. I've had a decent run of time trials and gotten some good practice in, but we'll see how it goes. So first things first, weather. Sunny for the qualifying, sunny and cloudy for the race. So no rain, thankfully. Let's get our car setup loaded. Give you a quick rundown here. Let's take a little bit of fuel out. We don't need that much in there. Aero, we're running mid-range of wing, 4 on the front, 5 on the rear, so slightly down from normal. Transmission is fairly open. We're actually going to move this down to 55 to help preserve the rear tires a little bit and just help the car rotate for the hairpin. Suspension geometry, pretty standard, nearly max camber, nearly minimum toe. Really helps out with that straight line speed down that long back straight, but also allows us to really bite into these prolonged right-handers that are going to light up that front left tire rather. Suspension-wise, it's a pretty bumpy track, so we're going 2-2 on the softness.
Track is pretty empty right now.
A lot of
space.
front roll bar compared to the rear to help really bite into the corners, and then a 3-3, a more balanced ride height. We're not running any rake like we've run at some of our other tracks. Brake pressure, as I normally am, 83%. Typically, we'll roll it between 56 and 58% to try and preserve those front tires, because that's what really gets worn out around here. And then pressures are just slightly higher than average, basically one click above mid on both of them to help out with that straight line speed. We did lower the front tire pressure a little bit from what we were doing in testing to try and help mitigate some of that temperature issue. But we're going to go out on the softs
We'll make
first.
the changes you requested.
Give you kind of an overview of the track. It looks like everybody's about to be coming through from there to start their flying lap. So let's see if we can find a gap after the Ferrari there.
Car leaving.
He's just coming into the stadium section there. Turn 1 is an absolute nightmare around this track. There's a good chance that I probably only get 1 or 2 laps maybe validated, because it's very, very tough. But looks like Ferrari coming through. We let him through, and I think there's some daylight after him. That's QX Nemesis. So let's get out here. We've got, looks like K3M coming out of the pit lane behind us. And MJ Povey is off a little wide, but coming out of the turn 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of complex, you're down this long, sweeping back straight into a very, very sharp hairpin down at the end. So plenty of overtaking opportunity at this spot. You get basically full lock around that corner and try and get the traction down nicely. Then you're into this middle part of the second sector, this sweeping right-hander, very quick. Find about just past the 50-meter board. Get down to second. Tighten it up. You want to get left as soon as you can here. Flick it in early. If you get the line right, you're totally flat out entering this area. Now it's going to be a little bit of a blip and a downshift to pitch the car in for the stadium section. Get the car nice and turned in. Lean into the banking as much as you can. And then you can carry a lot of speed through these last corners. Now the double left-hander that is here to really just light up your tires. So let's see if we can get a good run out of it and start our first flying lap and see if we can put up a good time. Turn 1 is a nightmare. See, just ran it a little bit wide. And that's all it takes to invalidate the whole lap. Basically, your entire lap hinges on how well you get through turn 1. So we're going to try and turn everything down, save, see if we can save enough fuel to do another run on these tires. I really don't necessarily want to, because tire wear is very high around this circuit. We are going to have some interesting strategies. Let's get into the stadium area and see if we can let some people by. It might be worth just going out and grabbing another set of tires. We'll let the next two guys through. Maybe three. See if we can get up to speed before that final Red Bull rolls through. Alright, let's turn everything back up. Let's go again. And you see, I wasn't very far off of getting turn one decently enough. It's just that if you just pitch it in wrong, you're in deep, deep trouble. It's very bumpy around the apex, so if you're just a hair too wide, you're going to understeer off.
Laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, well, it's valid. A little bit of oversteer coming through there, but it counts. Let's see what we can do coming down the rest of the lap here. At least get a banker in. We'll get into the pit lane. We'll come in, grab a set of mediums to do a run, and then we'll wait till the tail end of the session to go for a run on our last set of softs. You see already, 2 seconds up on the previous because we slowed down. Alright, swing it out wide. Unsurprisingly, Nemesis up towards the front of the timing sheet. Unfortunate for him to crash out of the last race from the lead, and during a race where he had tons of opportunity to, oh, I think we just invalidated. Oh, nope, we got away with it. Alright. 13.2 is not a very good time. Not a great time. It'll definitely be outside the top 10 if we end up not getting another good lap in. And you can see already, 2 flying laps, 10% wear on the tires. So that'll tell you just how bad the tires are going to be screaming in the race. Now, one thing I've kind of noticed, and when we get on the grid, I'll kind of tell you what my strategy plans fully are. But ideally, I'd like to qualify on the mediums in the top 10 like I've done the last couple of races. Obviously, if I'm outside the top 10, I'll start on mediums anyway. Probably go for a one-stop strategy and just kind of manage pace. It's a bit of a track position map. It's not a great track position kind of map because you have that long back straight with that DRS zone. I mean, you can make somebody follow you basically through this whole stadium section, but once you get to that back straight, it's prime overtaking opportunity. So definitely going to not be able to hold somebody up there on a much slower lap time. You're going to definitely kind of have to hold them up in other areas of the track. Let's get into the pit lane and get some fresh tires on and get ready to head out again. So this time we'll slap the medium tires on, try and find another gap to go out in. Hopefully we can have a better run through turn one. That's really, turn one, I think I probably gave up about almost 2/10 on that lap just in turn one right there. And then I gave up some time, obviously, everywhere else. We are on the fastest of times. Let's see, 1.5 off Nemesis, who's at a 1:11.6. My best in time trial was a 1:11.5. I think qualifying, I can get into the 12. I should be able to get into the 12s on the softs. Maybe even the high 12s on a medium tire, but let's see.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:13.2.
I think we should come out between the two Williams this time. Grid developments overall. with MJ Povey and Onslaught both without a teammate in the Williams and Mercedes, respectively. Onslaught has changed teams to become a part of the Williams team with MJ Povey, so that is a new teammate there. Oop, paying attention to NGP Racer getting disqualified for being across the track and nearly ran him over. Went way deep. All right. But so that's been a change. So they were first time new teammates here. Kind of ironic that at Germany is where we lose our Mercedes team. Nemesis goes even faster at 11.4. Very quick. Marco Denelson was, as of today, the top of the time trial leaderboard. He got himself down to a 10.9, 110.9. So very quick time trial. He actually told me he did it on the setup that I designed here and set up for my car. So there's definitely time in this setup to be had. It's just a matter of if I can execute it. Hello, Felix. You seem to be off the track. All right, let's get the car geared up. And let's see if we can have a good run through T1. The answer is no. We're just going to understeer out wide, but we lost in a lot of time, and it didn't invalidate our lap. That was a bit surprising, actually. But we are about a tenth and a half down right now. We're going to have to be pretty good through the remaining sectors of this track. Let's see what we can do through the hairpin. Understeer. Front end broke off. Lost another 0.2 there.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Not going to be an improvement. Not by a long shot. The medium just can't compete with the soft on pure qualifying pace. So we're just going to dive in. Because it's not going to be an improvement. We're still going to be on those soft tires regardless. Ooh, Onslaught is going out on the hard tire. An interesting choice there. He looks like he might be just trying to run it long the whole race. I mean, he's going to have free tire selection at the beginning anyway. If he stays, well, he's on 10th right now, so if he stays right where he's at, then he will start on those hards. And this way, we're just going to kind of chill for a couple of minutes, let the track develop in. About the 3-minute mark, we'll hop out on those soft tires and see what we can do. We want to save one set of softs for the race. So we're going to go ahead and fit our soft tires right now. And we're going to basically fuel the car to a bare minimum, because when we go out next, we aren't going to have enough time to go for 2 flying laps. We will only have the time to do 1, so it makes sense only to fuel it for one lap.
We're top of the speed trap, 204.2 miles per hour.
200.4 miles an hour. Did you say top of the speed trap? That's impressive. You got a good straight line. What do you have on the timings? 15.6 in sector 1, 33.6, so 1.7 off. I think we can get ourselves into the top 7 or so with a good soft tire lap. Boki on the mediums, is his best time on the mediums? Let me check the race director here. Is that what he's Yep, his best time is on those mediums. Wow, 12.9 on mediums. That's pretty quick. Invalidated on 1. Nice. Nemesis in the garage. Fast 6 out there. 12.1. It's a good quick time. All right, let's keep the session screen up. And about a minute and a half, we'll get out on the track.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:13.2.
Hear a few cars firing up. Looks like the Williams up there, the two dots, giving each other the toe. You gonna let him overtake? Yep. Interesting move. See if I can jump on board. Is that Hovey giving Onslaught a toe? Nice move. This should really help out his Sector 2 time and help him move up the grid. Is he out on a hard top? 34A, he is on the hard tire, so trying to improve on that hard tire. Ooh, that might have been an invalidation. Maybe, we'll see when he crosses the line if it allows him to improve. 201 down the speed trap there. Alright, oh, yep, looks like it was an invalidation, so he's got to dive in. Well, it's time for us. We got our tire fitted. Just double check. Make sure we are on those fresh softs.
All personnel be aware.
And
Car leaving.
this will be our last run of the day. So just got to nail turn 1. Got to pitch it in nice and early. Probably be a little bit conservative into T1 to make sure we improve, because we definitely want to get out there on a set of soft tires that have only seen one lap of action. Right now, the other ones, obviously, it wasn't a super quick lap, but they have seen an extra lap, essentially. We're just going to go wide. We're going to let the couple of cars through. Because we have enough time. We're not going to run out of time getting to the line. Start that lap as late as we can. Hovey up just one position above us, but he's on the medium, so it looks like he's going to be going for that one-stop strategy. Alright, let's focus up. Target at 12.5. Improve by 7/10. Is really what we need. Or we'll just drive off the track. Also a great plan. Bust our wing. Smart.
Your front wing is damaged. Expect
Well,
a lot of understeer unless we replace it.
that's it. No more. That was just stupid. That was just plain dumb. I just wasn't paying attention. I was messing with tire temperatures and didn't pay attention to the brake zone. So, you know, mental mistake that's going to cost me. I'm dropped to 10th. Let's see if anybody can get past me. Ideally, that's what I want now, is somebody to get by me in the timing sheets. But man, that was just so dumb. Why did I do that? Well, live and learn, I guess. I was trying to make sure that tire temperature wasn't too high on that front left coming in to start the flying lap, and then I just missed my braking zone and ran out wide. And once you're on that gravel, you're pretty much, ask Sebastian Vettel, you're pretty much just right to the wall. Alright, P10 at the moment. Is anybody on a flyer that is behind us? No. Okay. Not great. Because we're going to have to start on those soft tires. We're going to have to start on those worn softs. 2-lap worn softs, so. Yeah, we're definitely going to gamble a bit on this race strategy. Denelson having a pretty good lap, it looks like. Let's get on board with him. Just couldn't quite get the power down. How's it go? Not any faster, it looks like. All right. Well, is anybody else? Nobody else on the flyer, I believe. I think we're pretty much all. Oh no, Povey is on the flying lap. Let's jump to him. He's coming through the last couple of corners. See, is he going to improve on those mediums? He does. A couple spots. Goes 0.2 faster. But man, can't believe I made that mistake. Because now I have to start on these soft tires. Yeah, the 3 guys in front of me are all on the mediums. Just good for them, bad for me. We're just going to want to find ourselves some clear air, I think, as soon as possible. Alright, let's get loaded up and get ready for the actual race itself. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, race strategy. First of all, take some of this fuel out because we don't want to be overfueled. Edit strategy. We're going to go on to the hards. And only go 6 laps on the softs. We're just going to stretch the hards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble on a safety car. Is my strategy here. I'm hoping for a safety car to come out sometime during that mid to late second stint and get a free cheap pit stop. I've tested it, I can push to the very end of the race on the hard tires from that long, but it's not a great plan. Alright. Out for the formation lap.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start.
So many bumps through turn 1.
Tires and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Ooh, everybody slowed up pretty aggressively down that little straight. Alright, so I've got Onslaught behind me on the medium tires, so he's going to be going long. Hopefully, we'll see what the field pace is. Because if I pit this early from as far back as I am on those softs, I should have basically clear air by myself to run in for quite a while.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions are looking good.
Alright. We're going to have a little bit of cloud cover come in later in the race. It's going to drop the track temperature and make it a little bit more grippy. We're starting out in the sunlight where it is definitely going to be slickish. Let's see. Going to have to manage the first stint of these tires. See if we can make some positions up early. Just kind of avoid the first lap carnage as we usually do. But if we can make it through there, make up a couple of positions, then we can see what our pit stop strategy does for us. And unfortunately on the softs, my only other option is a traditional 2-stop on 2 sets of mediums. If I qualified on the mediums, I would have had the option for the 1-stop, which is a little bit quicker, I believe. But I'm just going to have to see what happens, I guess. A little ways back on the grid this time.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence
On the
will begin
inside
as soon as the
portion.
grid is full.
Okay. Okay, everybody's through T1 pretty cleanly. Let's take K3 on the outside here. Squeeze him out. Beautiful. Grab some slipstream.
Alright, well done off the line. We're in a good position.
Part the C's, go up the inside of Voki. And inside. Ooh, Kobe was very slow through there. That's going to be very bad on those front tires. You can feel the temperature in them already. See if we can't cool them down a little bit. Problem is when you get into that overheat phase of a tire, then you really lose, especially since the front left, you lose the ability for it to turn in pretty aggressively. So it just really doesn't bite into the corner at all. So we're in a good spot right now. We've made some positions. Use some of this ERS to push on. Let's see if we can get onto the back of Povey here. Winner of the last race. The more that these guys are fighting in front of me, the better. Alright, not in a bad spot. DRS becomes available next up. Ooh, Golly's out wide. Very sketchy rejoin from him there.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Okay, that was hair-raising to say the least.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Okay, we'll take our first track limits warning. Unsurprising there. Ooh, Voki out of the session.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What's the new strategy, Jeff?
Understood, copy that.
Oops. We aren't going to make the same mistake we did last week. We're going to essentially be on the same strategy as everybody else now. So yeah, let's come in, let's get mediums.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Alright, so let's get in. Looks like pretty much everybody's getting tires. Only a couple people stayed out.
Go, go, go.
Let's go pit stop crew.
Release, release.
Ooh, we got out in front of Povey. Oh no, he's inside of us. Let's see. Come
We're
on.
doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Don't mind me, just taking an adventurous line. Sorry, K3. That's my bad. My bad, K3. I'm sure Boomtech's gonna love that one. But even though Boomtech is not able to race, he is able to spectate today, and he is essentially serving as engineer for his teammate K3M behind. Alright, so we've dropped to 11th. So that means pretty much everybody that was already on the mediums has decided to stay out, except That's interesting that Povey came in to get, so I guess he's going to go medium, medium, and he'll finish on the softs, I think, is what the strategy is probably going to look like for him now. But here we are, getting close to the pack. Now we get to recharge batteries and conserve fuel. Let's keep an eye on tire temperatures. Make sure they're not getting too cold. But an interesting safety car. I mean, we made some moves through the field at the start there. We definitely bobbed and weaved our way through some traffic. Made some passes, so pretty happy about the start. And then once these other guys kind of cycle out on their mediums, we'll see. We'll see what it is. I think it wants us to go. We're going to end up going on the mediums that we used in qualifying for that one lap at the end of the race here, because we used our fresh mediums. Now, if you look at the tire page here, you notice it's like kind of filled in yellow on the medium, whereas if I switch the hards to black in the center, same with the softs, that means that they're a used set. So you know what you're putting on. So yeah, our next tires will be, let's see, lap 24, so we'll be going about 10 laps to the end, 10 to 12 laps to the end on some gently used medium tires. But should be getting close to restart time here. Yep, safety car in this lap.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Green flag, we're racing again.
Not a great run through those last two corners. Now we've got K3 right behind us again.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine
that's going to be a big cut.
longer. We're about a lap over target. Okay. Drop down to mixed.
Didn't save a whole lot of fuel. Should have pace on some of these ones. Let's grab this slipstream. All right. Made that move done on Felix. Just keep working up the field. I mean, I said I was gambling on a safety car, but I was not expecting one quite that early in the race. That was a bit of a surprise to me. Marco's out a little wide. Povey not close enough to capitalize on it. Turn up engine mode just a touch. Be careful about the corner because I think we're one away from a penalty. Alright. There is a big disaster in front of us waiting to happen. We're going to just secure... Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry, Marco. I'm sorry, Marco. That's my bad.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken
Damn
some
it.
minor damage.
Alright, what's the idea now? How much time are we going to be losing per lap with this wing problem?
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. is
we're gonna get just
1.7
absolutely
seconds.
eaten up by onslaught here. How bad is the wing? One side yellow. Okay. Managed to hold that one off for a second. Today is just turning into a day of mistakes for me. I'm really sorry that I kind of punted Marco off there. And I felt like I was on the brakes 30 meters early already, and then it just locked up and I couldn't slow down fast enough.
Okay, clear.
Now I'm losing touch with this group in front of me.
We've been
I just
awarded
can't
a
keep the
time
nose
penalty.
in.
We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
It might be worth, you know what? Recovery drive activated. Get on the hards. We'll go the rest of the way. We can definitely go far. And we're just losing pace. We're losing so much pace. Not having this front wing. We're going to grab a set of hards. If hope for like a safety car or something. Another one. All right, see what we can make happen.
Complete, go now.
All right, last man running. Everybody else has got to kind of make a
Look
pit
after
stop in
these
front of us.
tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
I don't have to manage these very much. Maybe the first like 1 or 2 laps I have to be careful on them. Okay, so we're 6 seconds off onslaught. Let's see if we can get into the points today. Let's see if we can get into the points. Keep the points train going at least. Remember to send Marco a message after the race. Save a little bit of fuel.
They're on fresh hards. The time last lap was a 1 minute 24.5.
Okay, they came in to get tires. Well, let's go ahead and just drag that front tire for like 200 yards. Great move. Did they not fix? They didn't fix my front wing. Oh my god. Yes, fix my front. Fine, I'm just gonna be. Oh man.
Caution.
That's really frustrating.
Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Can't believe I made that mistake there. Really thought Otto was going to fix the front wing. Just make sure we get on the right tires when we do come in. For now, if there's a safety car, we can come in on the mediums. Definitely repair the front wing this time, guys. Goodness gracious, it's a frustrating one. Start saving a little bit of fuel. There's that venison. Well, I really wish, the whole point of me diving in for that pit stop was the front wing, and they didn't fix it.
Is 4.2 seconds.
Guess we're driving the rest of the way on a broken front wing if there's no more opportunity. After such a decent start, too, I just had to make that mistake. And that's absolutely cornholed my entire race. I think I'm losing ground to Nick. Yeah, it's 4.4 now. Oh, I guess that's track limits. Yeah, I'm like a full second off my normal pace now. Second a lap. 4.2. I'm reeling him in ever so slightly. There's points up ahead there. Marco catches us, we're just going to let him by. I'm not going to fight him because I at least owe him that much after really tanking his race.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Another track limits warning. Desperately need another safety car.
We have a gap of around 4 seconds between you and the next car.
Thanks, Jeff. Told me that like 2 seconds ago. 2.5 ahead of Marco. .3 lost time that lap. Coming to pit now, there's no way I'm closing the gap. You just gotta drive with a broken front wing. Back on fuel save. Man, that corner really sucks without that front wing. Same with these last two. I am just absolutely cooking this front left, which is hard to do on the hards. Okay, Marco should be inside DRS, just given the preferred racing line. He can catch us. I guess not.
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, you need to give that position back. That was an illegal overtake.
Go! I'm trying to give you the position back, Chuck. Alright, try to pass Chuck here. Got some battery and fuel to use.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Alright, well. Not been a great race for me. I'm pretty unhappy with my own driving around here today. It was a great driving at the start, but just like the mistakes in qualifying, and now in the race, the strategy mistakes. Not a good day. Chewing up some places here. So 14 laps to go.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds.
2.7 to Dayman in front. We got half span Nick behind. I'm carrying quite a few penalties. So I just need to keep pressing on. The further up I can go, the more likely I am to at least retain a point from 10th place. Yeah, I'll be 13th if I pit and rejoin. Like Marco and that McLaren are fighting a bit. Potential opportunity for me to get back up there. Just the gap, 2.5. 2.5 to try and close up over the last 13 laps. Nemesis fastest lap on 15s. Alright, what do we have the gap staying in now? 3-1. Alright, we're losing again. And the car behind. Shit. Dayman with a spin. Okay. What am I doing? The answer is driving poorly.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. lap to the car in front is 6.2 seconds.
Yeah, 6.2. Wide. I hate that I hate that corner.
Caution, the safety car is out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta.
You know what? We're doing it. I'm getting on these soft tires. I'm gonna push him to the end. And then you get that new front wing. New nose, fresh soft tires to the end.
Go, go, go.
P12, lost 4 spots. But we got fresh tires to the end of this race. Fresh soft tires to the end of this race. Alright, that helped out. That definitely helps us. Firm but fair is how I'm going to have to race this one. Gollies on, softs in front. If I hadn't made that mistake on the pit stop with the hards, I think I'd be in a much better position. I'm sure other people have at least, 6 seconds of penalties like I do. Wouldn't be surprised. But we are basically second to last running. Alright. Time for another interesting finish. A few weeks in a row now that we've had late safety cars. Safety car in this lap. Perfect. We just managed to catch up to the field.
The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Oh, come on! No! You've got to be
Okay, the
kidding
incident
me.
has been cleared. Let's get back
What
up to racing
happened?
speed.
Why did they just stomp on the brakes?
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Come on. That's ridiculous.
A new strategy is available on the MFT. Copy that. We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I'm gonna have so much penalty time. These straight line speeds keep coming up. Back marker.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and pick up another track limits. Let's go. Why not? Can we catch Halfspan Nick? We're on a faster tire. 5 laps to go. But we have front wing damage again.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds. The track is clear. Green flag.
.5.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres.
Put it in a memo, Jeff. Come on, grip, front tires, grip. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Yellow flag. Green flag.
Come on. Drive better and catch these guys.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Yep. Lost the gap. Lost the gap. Just don't have front grip anymore. Two laps to go. 2 laps to go. That's going to be good for the front left temps. That's going to be great for the front left temperatures. I got nothing in this front left tire now.
Gap to car in front is 2.2 seconds. This is your final lap of the race.
We'll pick up another penalty? Hell yeah. Let's do it. Big lockup. No tire grip.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Nearly binned it on the last lap. Oh, and I ran out of gas. Ran out of gas. Let's see. P10 at the moment. Let's see. Oh, Golly is picking up penalties like crazy. Nemesis taking the top spot. Red Bull up there. I believe that's Marco Demilson still even with me punting him. I'm to send him a message saying sorry. Not a great day for us. Looks like MJ Povey on the top of the tops, or on the on the podium as well. So let's see, did we at least snag a point? We did. We managed to snag a point. See, how far behind Racer did we finish? 6 seconds, so disputing that 5-second penalty under safety car is not even going to matter. But tons of penalties all around. Crazy to see all the penalties, but it was definitely a tough day to be out there. I started off well and then just had contact on lap 7, busted the front wing, then they didn't fix the front wing in the pit stop, and that just was all downhill from there. But not a great day for me around this particular track, but we do have a kind of a week off to relax and catch a breather from this one. Brutal track. I think we're headed to Monza next. That's another track I really like to drive, and that's kind of headed down that's our last break of the season. So after that, it's I believe 4 more races to finish off. This was race 8 of the season of our 12 race season. So yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 more races to go. But I will catch you guys next time. See y'all a little later. Peace.